and welcome to 404s of the World, a spin-off series of remarkable engines where I briefly cover the history of an engine numbered 404 in 4 minutes and 4 seconds. For this episode, we'll be covering two firsts for this series, the first Fairbanks Morse engine to be reviewed, and the first cab car to be reviewed. Instead of listing cab cars in honorary 404, I decided to dedicate a review segment to each 404, since there isn't too much information about the individual units, but enough information about the general history of their respective classes. So with that out of the way, let's begin. The first 404 is the more well known, as it's one of many members of the most numerous class of road switchers built by Fairbanks Morse. Originally known as a general manufacturing company similar to General Electric, FM was primarily known for incorporating submarine engines into locomotives, mostly with very successful results, but relatively few sales. Developing from the lessons learned with their first road switcher, Fairbanks Morse released the H1644 in 1950, with 16 denoting the 1600 horsepower and 44 denoting 4 wheels per truck, all with a smoother half-moon roof design by Raymond Loewy. The slight increase in horsepower was enough to greatly boost sales for this class, as the H1644 saw 299 members built, with the Milwaukee Road purchasing the highest amount at 37 units starting in 1954 and numbered from 2450 to 2516, before being promptly renumbered to 400 to 436, the 404, or 2454, the locomotive we focused on, being built towards the beginning of the batch in January of 1954. Designated as the Class 16F RS4, 404 along with the rest of the class was assigned to local runs and switching duties throughout the system, primarily stationed in Bensenville, Illinois, until ultimately being replaced by newer EMD road switchers in the mid-70s, as the engine is assumed to be scrapped, as despite FM's underrated success, they still didn't stand a chance when compared to larger competitors like EMD. Around the same time as the development of the first 404 starts the development of the second 404, ironically by their fierce rival, the Chicago and Northwestern. In order to save costs on the number of conductors needed, the CNW developed the gallery car, in which a single conductor can reach both levels of the bi-level car. The success of the CNW gallery cars built by Pullman led to similar commuter railroads in the region making orders for identical gallery cars, as the Milwaukee Road contracted Budd to construct gallery cars. One of these cab cars was numbered 404, but the only way to distinguish these cab cars is by zooming in on the extremely small number plate on the front door, as there's relatively little known information about these cab cars, likely because they weren't seen as important to jot down when compared to engines. Although, the Milwaukee Road was known for having these Budd gallery cars in some of the shortest consists in Chicago, with the average commuter train having 2 or just 1 coach behind an E8 or later an F40C, with the cab cars gaining some more identity with the addition of orange safety stripes in the 60s. Eventually, the RTA took over operations of Chicago's commuter services and likewise inherited all the gallery cars and cab cars from predecessors, likely including 404. However, it is unknown if this 404 is still in service as a downgraded coach to this day, as there are a few sources that track the coach origin of every gallery car on Metra. Nevertheless, despite their short histories of 404s themselves, these two 404s still played vital roles in moving passengers and goods on the mighty Milwaukee Road. Thank you again for watching. Credit for all the photos used goes to their respective photographers, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Have a good day.